Hi everybody, my name is Veronica. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. Today I want to talk about doing things even when you're scared and starting new projects, exploring new skills, without really worrying about what others might think about you. I feel like all of us have limiting beliefs around that concept, even if you grew up in a household and surrounded by a community that is supportive of your expressiveness and exploration. I feel like still it's only natural for us to hold on to some fears surrounding our own authenticity. What if I get rejected? What if people don't like me? What if someone criticizes me about, maybe something valid or invalid, right? How do I protect myself? What if people don't like me the way I am? And cognitively, we might try to deal with this concept by obviously understanding that world is abundant and there's so many people and there's definitely your crowd out there, and you just need to try, right? You just need to try to show up into the world and speak your mind and show your truth. This is my first video on the channel, and right now I'm saying all of those things, and I also feel so much fear inside of me. Fear that I don't know what I'm doing, fear that I don't feel relaxed, I don't know if I'm saying this thing right. Is there something that I can say that would actually be helpful to someone? Can I serve other people and can I help them? But ultimately the most important things that you can do is show up and live your truth. Even scared, even if you don't know what to say, even if you're not gonna do it perfect, you don't have to fake it. You don't have to fake it. You don't have to pretend like you know what you're doing. You don't have to pretend. It can be poor quality. You can still be a novice and not be sure of how to say things, how to present things. But that makes you the bravest person. It's easy to do a good job, something you're good at, right? But it takes a lot of courage to actually show up, even when you are very aware of the fact that you're not maybe good at the thing yet. You may be not sure of what you're saying. You're not sure if, you will be accepted and if it will have some kind of use to the world, to the people around you. And ultimately in the beginning, not only it doesn't have to be perfect, it's almost better when it's not. It's real, and it's so easy to feel like you should try to prepare as much as you can, but in the end of the day, the only people who achieve something, they do something. And we all know it deep in our hearts. We know that we need to take action. We journal and we try to do all the research and think about the thing as much as we can. Well, how would I make it? How would it feel? What concept will I use? But in the end of the day, what a small percentage of us actually does the thing. So today I want to use this video to tell you that I want to encourage you and inspire you to take that first step, even when you're unsure of whatever it is that you're trying to do. Another thing that I want to mention is, I mentioned an example where we did feel supported by our families and communities, but also so many people haven't experienced that. So many people haven't been accepted in their truth and who they are and how they think, how they feel, what they want to express. And obviously that makes it even more complicated because now we have all this imagination about what people might think, right? And maybe we even had it, even live repeated in our minds with the words of our parents. Oh, don't do this, what people might think. Don't go there, what people might think. But in the end of the day, the beauty of the world is in the fact of how different we are and how different our expressions are, and how one person is totally fine in a particular field with their skills, and then another person would never be able to do that job, right? Not everyone will be able to do I don't know, something like working in a circus and being an acrobat, right? Not everybody will be able to do that, but small portion of people that can, they're absolute masters of their skill, and it's beautiful. And the same way, not everybody can be a surgeon or a lawyer, and not everybody can be a creative. So ultimately, wherever it is that you want to do, especially if it takes a lot of self-expression, authenticity, if you're thinking of potentially using your voice or public speech, coaching, maybe expressing certain visions through, I don't know, maybe you want to film a documentary about wildlife, or write a short story, whatever it is where it takes a lot of our personality. It can be quite difficult to pass that stage of taking the first step. So again, I really want to encourage you and tell you that once you're there, it will become much easier with every step that you take, every time you show up. So please don't be discouraged. You deserve to be happy. This story of not being able to express ourselves, we can see it quite often in reflected into the world through something like media, and shows and books. So how common it is as this trope or concept of miscommunication, when someone has to pretend, when someone has to lie, they cannot be honest with friends or family or partner or their workplace about some aspect of themselves. They are forced by themselves, right, by their prison of their own mind, to hide this aspect of themselves. And we know it. We know that every single time it just kind of hit them back in their face, and they have to come out, and it creates so many complications that probably could have been avoided by the person being able to be honest in the first place. Obviously, not every single person is there yet, because a lot of people are not really honest with themselves. Not only they're not honest, they also don't know themselves quite well. So of course, I would imagine that if you clicked on this video, you at least, at some point of this journey of knowing thyself and self-discovery, and potentially being able to show up authentically into the world. So please, it's, of course, it's very, very difficult to learn from someone else's mistakes. Thank you so much for watching this video. Obviously it's the first one for me, so I really appreciate you clicking on it and spending some of your time with me. Please follow this channel. There will be a lot more interesting content. Give this video a like, and hopefully you can tell in the comments what is that thing that you're trying to do and trying to take the first step, so we can all support each other. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.